Welcome to the Otherwise Guys, the boy Cool Shakur. Right now I'm here with my boy TNK Tha Monsta,
Yeah.
the producer. So how you let's start off with what got you into making beats. Like did you always make beats or were you like into instruments first and then it went into creating beats?
Um, I was into instruments because my daddy was a DJ.
Mm.
So he would take me to some of his events with him, stuff like that. And I was, you know, young. I shouldn't have been in that type of thing.
Yeah.
But I would see the people, I was confused by the people reacting to sometimes just the beat. And before the lyrics even came in, they would start to, dance and react. So I started to piece it together at a young age. Like, is it the beat or is it the lyrics or but I felt like the beat was really where it's at. So hearing the bass knocking the club and all of that intrigued me. And literally my idea was like, where do beats come from? Like I never heard no one talk about the beat. People always talked about the song or the artist. I never even knew what a producer was until I started asking about the actual beat. And then people was like, oh yeah, producer. And I was like, what's that? Like
Yeah.
why does no one talk about that part? So I was interested in the instruments and stuff first.
Gotcha. You said where did the beats come from?
Literally.
That's crazy.
Literally.
And like, were you like, cause back in the day, this was like no Google, like you had to go, library type shit. So
Yeah,
what did you do?
this was like I wanna say I was like um I wanna say 11 or something like that. And when I told my daddy about it, I told him I was like I think I want to start making beats. And because I would listen to music and I would have ideas of what they could have did with the beat.
Hmm.
And I was like, you know, I think I want to play around and see if I can make my own because like I would hear somebody's stuff and it's not to sound like I'm the greatest or nothing, but I would be like, oh, they should have did this. That would have been hard. Or they should have did it like this. And that's when I was like, you know what? I told my dad I think I want to start making beats. I really didn't know where to start. I just told him because I was like, you a DJ. I'm assuming you know something.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think they got me. Well, he got me a little beat machine. Probably like yeah. I think I asked at 10 and he got it for me like at 11. My 11th birthday party, he got me a little beat machine. I still got it. So I was going crazy then.
Yeah.
So that's really where it started from there. Curiosity grew. I wanted to know. I felt like my beats didn't sound like so and so beats, and I was like, hey, they must be doing something different. They can't be using this machine,
Yeah.
like so. Um, I had one cousin in the family that was actually making beats, and my daddy ended up linking up with him and letting him know that I was interested. So he took me over to his house one day, and that's my first time seeing like an actual studio to make beats.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what beat was playing, but I just know whatever was playing, like I don't know if it's R&B or what, but I was like, man, the beat's so hard. It probably wasn't,
Yeah.
but to me at that time, I was like, man, the beat is hard. Whatever beat he playing, and man, yeah, it kind of just grew from there.
So like, how was it for you if you like when you go into the club? Like, are you still like looking at the reaction of the people to the beats now?
Um,
If you do go.
yeah. uh, I ain't in the club like that, like I used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I still look for the reaction. I think because I kind of know what people are looking for,
Mm-hmm.
I just make sure that their reaction is what I expect it to be.
Got you.
And most of the time it is. So it's like, okay, yeah, I thought so. I thought they would respond in this way or whatever to. So I just make sure that I'm still accurate with what I think works. You know
Got
what I'm
you.
saying?
Who was like the first artist you made a beat for?
Um, like in the city,
Yeah.
the first one was Lil V.
What?
Yeah,
How that
Lil
started?
V.
Free Lil V, man.
Lil V, man, free Lil V, man. That's big bro.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so it was MySpace,
Yeah.
and I remember at the time I was trying to figure out how do you get popular, how do you get known to do music. I don't know, I don't know nothing. So I'm like, how do you do it? So I'm just like reaching out to a bunch of different people. I remember I reached out to I reached out to Mob Boss one time, and I reached out to him maybe about 6 or 7 times per day.
Yeah.
I would just send the same message. You know, back then, MySpace, they didn't have like a stop, like, hey, you spamming. So I would send the same message. I remember it was like, I promise this won't be a waste of your time. Give me a few seconds. I promise you're gonna be hooked. Something like that.
Yeah.
And he finally responded to me, and he was like, "Hey man, don't be sending me these messages back to back." Like I was like, "My bad," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, my bad." I stopped sending messages after that. I was like, I think I messed that up.
Yeah.
But so I did the same thing with V. I had heard about Lil V from like my homeboys. They were playing Lil V, and you know they were big fans. And I remember one of my homeboys was like, yeah man, he came up to the school. He was passing out CDs. Y'all heard this and that Slum Life. So I'm like, okay, like Lil V sound like he got some buzz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like let me try and see if I can give him some beats. And I found him on MySpace, and I reached out to him, and I didn't expect much back because I'm telling you, I was reaching out to everybody on MySpace. So I sent him a message. I got beats. It won't be a waste of your time. Few seconds, you're gonna be hooked. Whatever.
The whole thing.
The whole thing. Copy and paste. And he responded, and he was like, "Bet, send some through." So I sent him a few beats or whatever, and I don't know if you remember or not, but nothing happened after that. So at the time, my homeboys, they was rapping. You know what I mean? And I had everything. I had the studio, I had the mic, I had everything we was doing at my house, or whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna pay Lil V for a feature. That's how I'm gonna get his attention. So I paid him. When I paid him for the feature, that's when I had his attention, because now we were talking money.
Yeah.
So I mean, he did the feature. I paid him, and when I paid him, I was like, by the way, that beat you rapped on, I make beats and, whatever. So he like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like let me hear something, like, So I'm like, I let him hear some stuff, and he like, oh yeah, you raw with it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, just let me know. I can, I'm excited now because I finally got somebody to hear me.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, bet. So I sent him a few, and he used like one, but I don't think it ever came out. But he was like, man, hey, I need some more. Like I need like some, you know what I mean? And at the time he wanted it on the CD. So I had put at the time my best beats I could find on a CD. I gave him everything I had that I felt like was good. Met him, gave him the CD, and the first song that he put out on one of my beats was a song called Polo Coogee.
Okay.
And yeah, it kind of went from there. So I mean, like hang around V, and because I was with him, you know what I mean? So hanging around him, producing for him, like, is really how I got a lot of my connections today, and people are kind of familiar with me just based off of that. But he was like my way in, like locally.
Could have been mob boss, but he was like, man, stop spinning.
Nah, I felt so bad. I was like, I'm done in the city.
Yeah. So how you end up linking up with Jetz?
I think it was like, trying to remember. Oh, so me and Tokyo kind of got together based off of, at the time, Josh, her manager, well, he was managing her then, and he put out a tweet or something like looking for beats or something like that. So I was like on Twitter, so I was like, okay, here's another opportunity. You know what I'm saying? As long as my stuff is fire, I feel like I can get him. I sent him some beats, and then he reached back out to me, and he was like, I like your sound. So I was like, okay, cool. And then he started telling me, he didn't actually choose any of those beats, but he started telling me some stuff that Tokyo was looking for to be custom.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, okay, bet. I gotta kill it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, this is it for me. This is my chance. Because if it's garbage, then I ain't gonna hear nothing from you, neither one of them again.
Yeah.
So I make the beat. I send it. I can't remember if I sent it to him or I think he had me send it to her or something like that. But she was feeling it. It was like some pop beater. I think it was.
Was it Twirl?
Yeah, it was. I think it was. I can't even remember the mixtape it was on. Was it Bosses Meet Bosses? It might have been. It might have been Bosses Meet Bosses. That one, cause I think I got two on there, and it's one that's like it got a pop style to it or whatever. But yeah, she was feeling that. So I was like, all right, bet. And I believe, it kind of get blurry here. I believe then Josh gave her my information, and then me and her linked from there, because she wanted some more stuff. And then we kind of been linked ever since, you know what I'm saying? So anytime she like needed something like custom made, or like she had an idea for something, she would hit me up like, dude, I'm thinking this.
Yeah.
And I would try and knock it out the park every time. And it's still like that to this day. That's literally how we did Ball Alert with Cash Doll. So same thing, she hit me up like, you think you can do something with this? And it was like a video of her at Chuck E. Cheese like beating on the table. Yeah, and I was like, yeah. And I think like next 2 days I had that over to her. So yeah, we've been connected ever since. That's my dog.
Yeah, you say you communicate through sound waves.
Yeah.
So what you usually saying, like do you kind of have like an idea of, okay, this is the message I want to put through, or this is what I'm thinking right now? You just turn it into beats, you know what I mean? Or how do you communicate through sound waves?
When I say communicate, I want to make a person feel something when they hear the beat. It might not be the exact same feeling I had when I made it, but I mean, I just feel like if you can sit still when you listen to my stuff, I mean, I ain't doing my job. I failed, you know what I mean? Like, and that was literally like growing up, that's how I gauged if I was good or not. I had like, some people would listen to my stuff, family and stuff, and be like, oh, that's pretty good. That's nice. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, you trying to be nice, but it's not good. Like I literally would get mad.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't show it to them, but I knew what they meant. Like, oh, okay, that's nice. That sound all right. Okay. Yeah. Like I just know. But I just feel like that's my communication. Like if I play it and you not nodding your head or frowned up or looking away like, ooh, I want to communicate a feeling to you. So I communicate through sound waves in that way. Like I want every beat a person here to give them a feeling. I don't know what it might be for you personally, but I want it to trigger something, because that's how you get people, is when you can touch a nerve, when you can touch an emotion, and it's just off of sound.
And even with that, you can touch the artist, make the artist feel emotion to write to. You know what I mean?
That too.
Yeah.
It's been plenty of times where I made a beat, named it something, and an artist bought it or whatever, and they went with whatever I named the beat.
So what do you got a ghetto story for me? Like that's like you know what ghetto story is, right?
What's that?
That's like, something crazy happened to you or something funny happened you want to share.
Oh man. I'm sure I do. Do I want to share it?
Yeah.
It's the question. Ghetto story.
Gotta share one.
Ghetto story. Oh. Gotta share one.
Want to come back to it?
Oh man, I'm trying to think who I'm trying not to offend. Yeah. Ghetto story. Oh, you know what? I don't know if it's ghetto. I guess it's ghetto story. So when I first was trying to come up, I don't know if this is, I think this was right before maybe I met V or so. I'm not 100% sure. Or it might be a little bit after, but I know like in my neighborhood that I was living in, everybody knew I was doing music. And everybody knew I had studio equipment in the house.
Yeah.
So I remember one guy, and I never wanted to give him no shine or anything like that, but because it's years ago now, and I know Karma came back and got him heavy. So I mean, it is what it is. But he was actually trying to do music, and I was working with him like for free. And I was like, man, yeah, I help you out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. He was like, yeah, because at the time, this is when Hustle House was doing their things. So he was like, man, yeah, because nephew said this, that, and the third, whatever. So I'm like, cool, like, yeah, we can, you know what I mean? I could give you beats, whatever it is, mix your songs, all that type of stuff. And he had he came in to record at my house one day, and I know, I mean, he made the comment like, oh boy, you got it all in here or something like that, and I just didn't pay much attention to it, because I mean, I was like, okay, like we were talking before he even came in. We were kind of, I thought we were getting cool.
Yeah.
And maybe like a week later, maybe 5 days later or so, well, before that, we recorded the song. I mixed it for him. I put it on the CD for him. gave it to him, all this for the free, and was just like, let me know, if you need anything else. I'm just trying to help out. You know what I mean? So that happened. Maybe for like 5 days later, I get off the bus after school. The bus used to drop me off like right behind my house, so there was a gate that I could just jump and be in my backyard. So get off the bus, jump the gate. I'm getting ready to try and walk to the front, but I know this is like a lot of something glittery on the ground. So I'm walking, but I'm looking like, what's that? And I'm like, that look like a lot of it. Whatever it is, I'm walking closer. I'm like, oh, it's glass.
Gotcha.
And then I looked up at the sliding glass door. That was the back door, and it's broke. And I could see kind of through the blinds a little bit, and I see somebody rush by. So I'm like, oh, so I'm like back across the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this,
Real
like,
shit.
It's going down in there. Like I need.
You ain't got nothing.
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nothing. So
Young.
Yeah, but I went back because my homeboys were still at the bus stop just talking.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey, I need y'all to come with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what's all going on, but I know more of us the better.
Yeah.
So so they like, for real? I'm like, man, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? There's somebody in there now. So they was down with it, you know what I'm saying? And still to this day, I mean, we don't talk like, we should, everybody grow up, but them all still my homeboys.
Yeah.
But yeah, and even it was even some girls around there that came.
Real
So
shit.
yeah, we all went. We didn't jump the gate. We actually walked around to go to the front of my house, and I went through the front door, and they were gone. So I was like, dang, like the front door was already open.
Gotcha.
So we just went through the front door. I had to open it. And they only took from my room in the house, because I'm staying with my people, with my parents, and they only went straight to my room, took everything, shoes, clothes. They tried to take my speaker. They took one speaker. They tried to take both, drop one of the speakers, so I had that. But they took everything. They took
That's
everything but my camera. So I picked up my camera and turned it on. And I still got that on video that day that they broke in.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a real ghetto story, nigga.
That's crazy. And then the thing is, I knew who did it as soon as I saw what happened. I knew who it was.
Exactly.
Off the rip. Like, I was like, because I already knew his capabilities. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't think he would come because I know so much. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I know your brother. I know your mama. I know where they stay. We're all in the same neighborhood.
Gotcha.
So why would you know what I'm saying? It didn't make sense to me to do that, because that would be a stupid crime.
Yes, sir.
But he did it that way. I think he he gave the studio equipment away for like some tattoos or something like that.
So you had to grind to get everything back.
Yeah, get it all back. Yeah. It took.
So what TNK stand for? Like, what? I know that's your tag, TNK Tha Monsta, but like, what does TNK stand for?
It's just my name.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people think it means something like crazy.
Yeah.
I let people think what they want, because I done heard some interesting stuff.
What you heard?
Somebody told me TNK stands for Tomorrow Never Knows.
Okay.
Like, what does that mean? Like, Tomorrow Never Knows the monster. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Like a scary movie right there. That's
I guess, man. But nah, it's my whole name. Trevion Neil Kent. It's my whole name. So I just went with TNK. I didn't want to do like nothing too much. That went straight away from like who I am.
So the monster though, what part is that though?
The monster. Okay. That came from like at a certain point when I started to get the reaction from people I wanted to get. It was like, you know how people be like, boy, that boy a beast, or that boy monster, that boy this and that. And I don't know, one day it hit me, somebody said it. And I had heard it so much, but I had, not really, because I think at the time I was like Fire Beats or something. Like, I don't know, like I threw something out there. I was like, I don't know what to call myself. So
Yeah.
Fire Beats is what I'm gonna go with. But that didn't really go nowhere fast. But the monster, I was like, I would have went with like Beast or something, because people were saying that too.
Yeah.
At the time, everybody was a beast.
Yeah.
Everybody was beast, so I was just like, nah, I don't want to do that. And then I know we had, No. That was before. Cause I was gonna say I know we got Beast Mode too, who's also a producer,
Mm.
but I didn't even know of him until after I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with the Monster. Then when I saw we had Beast Mode already here, I was like, I'm glad I
Just
didn't
glad.
go, cause that would have been weird to me. But I went with the Monster because I just felt like that was people was more so calling themselves a beast more so than a monster.
What about the tagline? When did you create that? Or who is that even talking on the tagline?
The tag.
Cause
So
you've been running with that tag for a little minute, and it
I
sound clear as fuck. Like
I did that at the house like back in the day, like I was telling you with that equipment and all that. I did it then.
That shit sound clear, and it like you still using the same one. It ain't you know what I mean? How you hear audio, and over time you kind of tell like how bad it is.
Yes.
It's still the same. Like it ain't. It's so clear.
I mean, that's a surprise to me, to be honest. Cause I mean, I really didn't have the top-notch studio equipment.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I genuinely I had one that just said TNK Beats at one point, but I got rid of that because I just feel like it was so generic. I just wanted to stand out, and I got it from remember Nitty Beats?
Mm-hmm.
So when him and Jock came out with That Is Going Down, it's a Nitty Beat at the beginning. I was like, man, that's so dope to me. Like,
Yeah.
I want to do something kind of like that. So that's why I was like, I swear it just hit me one day. My little cousin was in the living room watching TV. Want to say it's like 6 or something, or 5. Yeah, but he was in the living room watching TV, and I was like, I did it myself. TNK Tha Monsta. I was like, man, nah, that ain't it. Cause I was gonna try and alter my voice, make it high pitched. I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So it just hit me like, he in the living room, he got a kid voice. So I was like, man, come in here, and he really didn't know what I was having him do, but he was like, whatever.
Yeah.
So I was so excited. I put the microphone all the way down. I'm like, okay, so I want you to say TNK Tha Monsta. Like, just say it out loud. So he did it. And I was coaching him on it, like, nah, you gotta give me that when you say monster, TNK Tha Monsta, like, give me the little growl in there.
Yeah.
I told him that one time, and then that take that you hear, that's the one time he did it.
No.
Yeah, like I told him say TNK Tha Monsta. He said it. Then I said do it with like a growl, when you get to that monster. And then he did it the second time. That's the tape.
That's crazy, man.
So that's what it was.
So who all have you worked with, like, that you can remember? Because I mean, you got so many artists that you work with. Or just name a few.
Okay. I wanna remember so many. Of course, Lil V. I don't work with DJ Shab. I don't work with Lil Papa, Tokyo Jetz, Ashby, Evidence to Prince. I don't work with a lot of them. I'm trying to think. Yeah, off the top of my head, that's Brady B. Yeah, that's off the top of my head. That's all I got. I need to make a list so when people ask me, I can just call off the list because I know I missed a lot of people.
Yeah,
that's off the top of my head.
So what? Any advice you got for like a producer that's watching you?
Like an up and coming producer?
Yeah.
Up and coming producer. I mean, I really would say, man, just keep your foot on the gas. Like, I mean, that's the only way that you get an opportunity is to keep your foot on the gas. Keep working on beats, keep shopping them around, and don't be afraid to give out some free beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really how I got in, is giving free beats to people. I gave free beats to Tokyo, gave free beats to Ash, and at some point, then you get to a point where you start charging, you know what I'm saying, everybody else. You know what I mean? You got to form those relationships, though.
Yeah.
So that's really what it's about. And you'll get that back end money, you know what I'm saying? And that's another thing for producers, learn the back end. Like, learn how to get that streaming money as far as like registering the song with a PRO, like BMI or ASCAP or something. Learn how to work that stuff, because a lot of people don't know how to work that stuff. So they'll produce a song, give the beat for free and think that's it. But no, like, you're owed 50%. The artist is, they're owed 50% unless y'all negotiate something different. But, it's a 50-50 split. And, you know, so it's not really free anyway. You know what I mean? Like, if you get a placement, it's not really free anyway. It's, you know, you're going to get that back end money.
Gotcha.
So I would say learn the business, learn the back end business of making beats. Don't just make beats and that's it. Because let somebody else do it for you. They'll probably start taking a percentage too, and they're not owed that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Shit, how the hell? Cause like every time I see you on Instagram, you posting a new video and you making new beat, like you posting beats on there. So like, how the hell you just like, are you that fucking creative, or you just come up with all these beats every day? Like, what the hell you got going on, man?
Nah, I'm not. Like, it's not even like that. It's and anybody that like produce, they know like you go through them droughts. Well, it's like you might make something, but you feel like I'm making all trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For like weeks, or I don't went without making beats for like 2 or 3 months sometimes.
How you stay creative? Like just taking breaks?
For me, yeah. For me, taking a break is big, and I mean taking a break as in like going and doing something, like not just being in the house, working on beats. You know, going out, doing something with with my family, doing something with like my friends or something. Um, Playing the game. I'm a game fanatic. So
PS5 or Xbox?
PS5 all day. You saw the little unboxing video I did?
No, I ain't see it.
Man, listen, people was hating me. I thought I was gonna get all love.
Oh, what happened?
Man, I'm
You
saying
talking trash about Xbox?
I wasn't even talking trash about it. I was just like,
That's the fact that you got it.
I was like, man, hey, I was telling them I was looking for a PS5, and I so happened to get one. You know what I mean? Like random. It was like 5 in the morning or something. Just woke up and checked Best Buy because I mean I was checking everything, and it said buy. I was like, they lying. I hit buy, and then it was like, okay, put in your information. I'm like, oh, going crazy, and it was like, you got it. So when I got it, I'm thinking I'm gonna get love. Like people gonna be like, you got one. That's what it is. You know. I mean, I post my stuff. People get. I was like, should I do an unboxing video? Niggas thumbs down, and I'm like, it's the hate. Where the hate come from?
I know it's hard to get one, man. I think, bro, they're not gonna be releasing them in no time. Like it ain't gonna be on the shelves like that.
I heard they having a chip shortage. Like they don't have enough chips for the PS5 or something.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know.
You exclusive then.
Listen, I don't even talk about it no more because I thought it was gonna be love. I see his hate. I don't even talk about it no more.
Yeah.
But yeah, so playing the game, that's big for me to relax my mind. You know what I mean? Just I play online with people and stuff. So
You big Mortal Kombat fan? What you doing? What you playing? NBA? What you doing?
I'm on that Call of Duty heavy. I'm on that Call of Duty heavy.
Zombies.
Oh yeah. I'm on that heavy, man. That Outbreak. Yeah, that's like all I've been playing for like the last month and a half or so. That's it. No multiplayer, no nothing. I just been on the zombies, man. It's like playing the game for me is, I guess, like a drug. It's like it's a getaway. I can't think about nothing else. I gotta think about what I'm doing so I can survive. So it just take my mind away from everything else because I got a lot of stuff I'm trying to do. And then I ended up signing a deal from Instagram, really, from posting the videos and stuff like that. So it's not that I'm
a deal with Instagram for beats or just Instagram just
so
content.
An A&R exec from Atlantic saw one of my videos from Instagram because I used to sponsor them. So you can just like pay Instagram to put your videos on other people's timeline who don't even follow you but may be interested in what you do. So they put it on his timeline. He ended up reaching out and was like, basically he think that we can do something. I didn't know if it was real or not because you got a lot of people reach out on Instagram saying what they can do. But once I went to his page, I saw that he had the following. I saw who was in his comments. He had Jermaine Dupri and all these people. So I'm like, oh, this is legit. So I was actually supposed to go to Atlanta that year anyway. So he was like, when next time you gonna be in Atlanta? So I was like, I think I was supposed to be in Atlanta maybe like a month or 2 out, but I moved it when he said that. I was like, I'll be there soon actually. But I went to Atlanta. We linked up. He took me around the studio. It was crazy. Like I couldn't even believe it. And we didn't do no paperwork or nothing then. It was more so like just getting to meet each other. Yeah. And then I left. He texted me after that. He was like, send me some beats. Let me check out some more of your stuff, basically. Send me 10 beats, simple beats, whatever. He was giving me instructions on how the beat should be. Sent those. And I think it was like a year before we did any paperwork. And it wasn't like they were like, just keep sending stuff and we'll talk. I would send stuff and they would be like, okay, cool. And that was it. So then I would wait some more time and I'd be like, hey, I got another pack I want to send. They'd be like, okay, send it through. And I'd be like, okay, we got it, cool. That was it. It was only, I think, during the pandemic last year, I just woke up one day and was like, oh yeah, like I need to try to reach out, reach back. I need to stay on them. Yeah. And I sent some more of my stuff, and then that's when it finally was like, hey, that last one you just sent was pressure. Like, you still ain't with nobody? I was like, nah, I still ain't with nobody. And that's when we got it all going. Because I be trying to remember, like, anybody or everybody that I ever had an interaction with. Like, I still keep Erykah Badu, like, in my back pocket, you know what I'm saying? As far as, like, remembering that I can say something to her and, she most likely will respond to it, in DMs and stuff. Gotcha. So that was all I was doing, was trying to remember, like, who all I got. Because you can't, it's music and producing is all about what you do. So if you don't put in the work, if you forget the connect that you had, it's on you.
It's all about timing too.
It is.
It seems up because, like you said, you got Erykah Badu, but you probably ain't got the music you want to send her, so you just waiting on the right time.
Right, waiting on the right time, and I don't want to bother her, or nothing like that. I don't just.
That's a legend right there.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Man, listen.
You already fucked up one time.
You know what I mean? My boss was like, man, hey, going on now. Yeah. So I was like, nah, that was it. I learned my lesson. So I really don't say anything much to her, but I know if I really needed to say something, that's when I want to say something.
Yeah, that's crazy how that one lesson, fucking, you know what I'm saying, set you on the right path.
Really? Yeah.
Shit. Damn. Where we at now? Anything else you want to say before we get out of here?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. For one, I do want to say this whole interview is off the top of the head. So I ain't know what you was gonna ask me. I ain't know nothing. So everything off the top of the head. I would say, let me see. Ashby Heartbreak. That's coming soon. I don't know when this coming out, but it might be out by the time this come out. But I feel like that's gonna be a big hit for her. So I'm excited about that. That's coming out.
So going to that, like, what because you've been working with her as well. So like, how y'all got your relationship, and kind of like what is the single? Like, is she gonna like push this is a single she gonna put it all behind, or?
The funny thing with Ash is that I ended up producing for her, and I didn't know it, and she didn't know it. So, cause she put out a tweet before saying like, "Oh, send beats to this email or whatever," and I think at the time she was working like really closely with like Shab, so I knew who she was, and I was like, oh, "Okay, bet." I'm not big on the R&B, but I got some. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So I sent her some stuff. Never heard nothing from her, never anything. So I was like, yeah, I tried. And then she put out a song one day and was like, just her new song or whatever. So I go to listen to it because I want to like try and listen to like the type of beats that she like and see if I can try and reach out again. And when I clicked on it, it was my beat. It was something I sent her. So I was like, this me? Like, I go back and play it at the beginning again, hit a tag. I'm like, yeah, this is me. So I just started retweeting it too, and I just was like, produced by me or whatever. And I think she caught wind of that, and then we connected from there. And she was like, "Oh, okay, this is your stuff." I was like, "Yeah, I got more." You know what I mean? Like, what's up? Let's link in. So, we've been connected ever since.